Okay, let's talk about posing family portraits. This family is hiring you, the professional, to take some good photos. So it is not weird. It's actually preferred if you actually take charge. If you want to learn how to get more confident as a photographer, watch my other video. Now, I usually do 30-minute sessions, no matter the number of people, and it's up to them if they want to do an outfit change. We do one location. Most locations I use, we bop around to a couple different scenes within the one spot. Watch my other video on choosing a location for your photo shoots. Okay, something I like to do with families with their kids is to ask mom, so say, hey mom, stand by me. Show me, hey kids, show me your real smile. That way I can know if that's their real smile, and mom can tell me, affirm, yes, that is their real smile. Or I can tell they're being silly or dozing off. It's helpful, trust me. Okay, as you're walking over to the first spot, you're going to position them, tell them that you will take their phones, their wallets, their keys. You do not want these bulges. So I typically have them put them in my camera bag, and also tell them to check each other's teeth or hair or nose to make sure everyone is looking good, looking their best. Now on your camera, do a quick lighting test. I like to have my aperture typically around 2.8 or 4, and my shutter speed 1/250 or 1/500, and the ISO is dependent on the setting. And I do keep in mind sun flares. I don't really like to overpose people. I like to see what comes out naturally. So some of the few gentle poses that I do is I start by having them stand in a line where the kids are either on the inside, on the outside, or in front. And once I've gotten a few of them standing and all smiling, I typically say some prompts like, look at the smartest person in your family, or look at the person that you like the most. That one's fun. Or everybody look at mom. And another pose, okay, so after I've done like a whole family, then I like to have the parents squat down by their kids' faces so we can do cheek to cheek to cheek. I think a big thing with family shoots is you want to show connection, you want to show love, you want to show closeness. And so that's a great way to have it happen. And then I usually will break it down to individually, like mom with kids or dad with kids, and then siblings together. And then I'll ask if they want the kids alone. With parents and kids, I do the kid in the front and the parent hugging from behind. Again, a great way to get like the faces nice and close. The parent to squat down, so the kid, you're again like showing closeness at eye level is similar. And then from there you could do a hug, either with the kid. Typically when you say hug, the kids turn away, but it's nice to have them turn their faces towards the camera, so it's a parent and a hugging together. With a dad and a son, I am still figuring out what I should have guys do. So I typically have them like high five or like knuckles. But if you have any ideas, or maybe I'll take to Pinterest soon. If it's younger kids, a fence is a really nice prop to be able to use to get their eye line, their faces up closer to the adults' faces. If it's young kids, I would say 3 or under, you can hold them on a hip and make sure dresses are nicely down. Oh, and a fun one with toddlers is to have toddlers on your lap. And you can do some neck kisses and get some really good belly laughs out of that. Something fun with kids alone after you've gotten some nice smiling headshots is to say, show me your personality. And these are some of the funny ones that I've captured this season. Silly, silly, silly. It really is where the funny ones come out, and the siblings or the parents behind the camera are cracking up. When I do mom and kids, I like to say, everybody hug mom. And even if the kids' faces aren't in it, you just see like the mom's true joy of her kids hugging her. And it's very precious. Another great pose for kids and parents is to have the parents hug the kid from behind like this. I know I've mentioned this one, but I think it's probably my go-to. Again, getting their faces nice and close, showing connection and love. These family photos could be Christmas cards, could go on the wall someday. So you want to show the personality of the family. Definitely get a photo of all the kids together. These are some of the poses that I use with kids. All of them standing together and, arms over, arms under, standing in a line. And then a hug or a kiss on the forehead. And then again, just squishy, squishy, cheek to cheek. And when you get them nice and close, this is really where silliness can come out. It could be sweet to have them holding hands or even just dancing, doing their silly things. You want to show their personalities. And then depending on how fast that all went and the location that you chose, I might do all the same, just family, not the individuals, all the family poses, again, at another scene within the same spot. So here's an example. I did it on, the tiles here and then on the lawn over there. Like I've said, it's great for you to have some go-to poses, but I also do tend to ask towards the end of the shoot, is there anything else that you really wanted? And sometimes you'd be surprised that there's a pose that comes to mind that they wanted to try. Or one time I actually asked this, and a mother and daughter had this tradition of going face to face, and it was just this precious, cute little moment. And I like that idea of having traditions. If you happen to shoot the same family every season, to have some of the same poses that you can show them aging year over year. That's a cool little thing. I also think it's cute to have mom and dad together. I typically do, it feels like, but it's so cute, okay, so they're smiling, looking at the camera, and then you say, look at each other. And when they're looking at each other, you ask, how long have you been married? And I work for a company called Marriage 365, and they talk about how you don't have a lot of eye contact as couples. You just kind of go about your day. And so it's a great moment when they're looking in each other's eyes to remember, wow, we've been married for 10 years or however long. And then you might get a cute kiss, or you might tell them to kiss each other. And it's cute to see older parents who maybe haven't connected in a while, or just whatever. It's just cute, okay? Just to recap, I usually do the family, several different poses. I might even have them walk towards me. So we do standing, variations of standing, kids in front, kids on the sides, kids on the inside, maybe, or like mix it up, kids and parents cross it in, mix it all up in a line. And then from a line, I prompt them to look at your favorite family member or look at the smartest person. And then from there, I like to say, let's get squishy, let's get nice and close, squeeze in. And that's where you get the nice cheek to cheek squishy squish one. And then I might do walk towards me, kind of bump each other. That one's kind of fun. And then I might break it off into mom with kids, dad with kids, kids individually, and then kids all together. And then the family, do all those ones again at a different spot within the same location. All right, I hope this gave you some good ideas, and I'll see you in the next one.